Alright guys, peace fam. This is pharaohnefertem here. This is a new series I'm doing. It's going to be a monthly health address, monthly astrology health address where we go over the transits of the month and how it relates to the health of the collective. Now, of course, I'm going to go over like a little more specifics, but it's really about the collective because everybody's chart is different, so it affects everybody differently. But I just want to get out a general overview. This video is probably going to be about 30 minutes to an hour long, so get your popcorn, get your chips, get your water, get your drinks if you want to drink, get your coffee, whatever. It's about to be a little bit long video. Now, I'm starting on the 3rd because today's actually the 5th, but I wanted to start on the 3rd because something interesting happened on the 3rd for me. I'm not starting on the 1st because we're actually past that, but I'm starting on the 3rd because something interesting happened. So, one thing I want to point out is Venus has entered Aries on this day. Venus entered Aries. Venus in health is sugar. It's pleasures, right? It's love, right? Now, in regards to health, right? And Venus is right here, right? As you can see, the green thing is Venus, right? And with Venus entering Aries, we may find ourselves aggressively overindulging in sugars, in pleasures that can cause like tumors or cysts or things of that nature. So you want to really be mindful of what your sugar consumption is, especially on the 3rd, but especially for the next like month or so, right? Because Venus is now entered Aries, so remember it's a cardinal sign. Aries is a cardinal sign and wants to take action, and it's the aggressive cardinal sign. So, and it's fiery. So you want to be mindful of that. And also, this doesn't have to do with health, but for Venus ruled charts, well, actually, it kind of has to do with health, but with Venus ruled charts, especially for the males, you may actually find yourself finding or seeing or interacting with a female that you probably knew before, or maybe a newer female that you never met before, but you meet or see a female on this day. Go back on your memory banks on the 3rd. So today's the 5th, so it'd be 2 days ago if you're watching this on the 5th of May. But also, if you're a Venus ruled chart, you really want to be careful about the sugar intake because your Venus rules your chart. So you don't want to be like, doing crazy stuff when it comes to sugar. Now, if we're looking at the reflexes of this aspect, you want to watch out for your kidneys in terms of your sugar intake, as well as your stomach and your bones. So the sugar is more likely to be absorbed by your stomach and affecting your knees, your joints, and your bones. So you really want to be paying attention to that. If you don't know what a reflex is, a planet when it's in a sign reflexes its energy to the sign opposite of it or the sign square of it. So with Venus in Aries, it goes to Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. Cancer represents the breast, fertility, and the stomach, right? And also, if you want to get pregnant, you really want to stay away from that sugar, especially around this time. Libra represents the kidneys, lower back area, and Capricorn represents the knees and the skeletal structure. So let's go on to the next one. When is the next aspect that I wanted to talk about? Okay, so on the 4th and on the 5th, as you can see here, the Sun and Uranus are conjunct. In health, the Sun is the vital life force, right? Uranus is the planet that causes electric shocks it causes electromagnetic disturbances. It causes sudden change. So in these 2 days, watch out for your nervous system. Make sure to meditate. Make sure to take time to self, read a book. Getting in the sun is good, but if you're an Aquarius, I would be mindful of being in the sun on these 2 days, because remember, the sun is a big ball of electromagnetic energy. So you do want to be mindful of that. Now this energy is going to be directed more towards the throat, shoulder, and neck area because it's in Taurus. It could also reflex to the colon, as well as the heart, back, and spine, and the ankles. So around this time, if you have if you have any injuries regarding the neck, shoulders, the colon area, the rectal area, right, the heart, back, or spine, or the ankles, or the nervous system, you want to be mindful on these 2 days to not overdo it, because the sun and Uranus are conjunct. You do want to be mindful of that. Moving on. Where's the next aspect that I wanted to talk about? Is this the 11th? No, it's not. Hold on. Yes. Hold on. Here it is. So on the 11th, which is actually very interesting. So on the 11th, we have Jupiter entering Aries, and on the 11th, we have Mercury starting to do its retrograde. Very, very fascinating that both of those are happening on the same day, and it's on the 11th. The 11th being a master number, it's very fascinating, right? So in health, in terms of astrology, Jupiter represents fat. It represents excess growth, tumors, cysts, things of that nature. And so, and it's kind of similar to growth when it comes to Venus, but it's the greater benefit, and I put that in quotation marks. The greater benefit meaning that it's larger, like it has more of an effect. And with it entering Aries, you really want to be mindful of eating fats. Because those fats can give you more brain tumors or more head injuries, right? More chances of assimilating and not being able to let go of fats. So around this time, you want to be mindful of that. What else? And with the Mercury retrograde happening in Gemini, our minds are going to be more backwards, right? They're not going to be operating the normal way that they operated, right? And so with that, and Mercury and Gemini ruling the nervous system, the fats that you eat can really affect the nervous system. So just like when the sun was conjuncting Uranus, you really should be mindful on this specific day, especially because it's on the 11th, the master number. You want to be mindful of the food you're eating, as well as your thoughts. Your thoughts are going to manifest something crazy around this time, good or bad. So be mindful. Be really mindful of what you're thinking, what you're saying, and how your nervous system is playing a role in all this. Hold on 1 second. I just had to make sure that I was still recording. The next day that I really wanted to talk about, hold on, pause. Let me go back. Starting from the 5th all the way until the end of the month, Saturn is squaring the sun Saturn is squaring the sun all the way to the end of the month, right? With Saturn squaring the sun, especially with Saturn in Aquarius and the sun in Taurus, Saturn is the cold and dry planet. The sun is the vital life force. We're going to feel like we don't have as much vital life force in the throat and shoulder area. So and the vital life force is also akin to chi or prana, right? You know, and you want to really make sure that you are hydrating yourself. You are keeping your neck warm and your shoulders warm and lubricated. You can use demulcilants. You really want to, during this month, you really want to make sure you're getting some iodine, right? You can get that through sea vegetables. Do not get the table salt from the store. Do not get table salt from the fucking store. Please don't get table salt from the store. That is killing you, literally killing you. It when the salt goes into your blood vessels, it is acting like knives and cutting up your blood vessels. Literally, that's literally what it's doing. Like literally, not figuratively. I'm painting this picture because that's literally what happens. And so you really want to be mindful of that. Ooh, a red bird. So beautiful. Anyway, you really want to be mindful of that, and yeah, get yourself some iodine. And this is even doubly important because it's square to Saturn. So you really want to make sure to get your iodine. And also, because the thyroid gland is the like portal, you can say, from the brain to the rest of the hormonal system. If you're not getting enough iodine in general, but especially right now during this month, your hormones are going to be fucked. Especially for women, you really want to make sure that your hormones are. Hold on one second. You really want to make sure that you're getting this iodine so that your hormones are not going to be all out of whack. You know what I'm saying? If you're going on your period this month, which most women do, you really want to make sure to get that iodine, because if you don't, the period this month is going to be really wacky. It's going to be very wacky. Moving on. The next aspect I want to talk about is on the 13th, and it's so crazy that this is Friday the 13th. I want you guys to see the correlations between the days, the date, and what the planets are doing. The sun and the North Node right there are at 22 degrees, and they're conjunct. So the reason why 22 degrees is important is because in astrology, 22 degrees is the death degree, right? A lot of crazy shit happens on the 22nd degree. And with that being said, like I said, the sun is the chi and the vital life force. The North Node, just like Jupiter, is excess, but it's a different type of excess. And I have a book here that I wanted to read out of, because this is some real stuff. Hold on, let me find. Right, okay, so now this is the transiting node conjunct a natal sun, but it's going to be a similar effect, right? Now this is energizing. This aspect is energizing if the sun is strong. This transit boosts vitality, and some people feel fantastic, potentially invigorating to weak persons. A weak vital force arises. Some danger of excessive heart stimulation, stroke, heart attack, or hypertension, especially in the fire sign. Now, this is not in the fire sign, it's in the earth sign, but you get what I'm saying. Builds pressure in brain, heart, or eyes. Glaucoma alert. Danger of heart attack or stroke or bursting vessels, sunstroke, or slow blindness, especially in fire signs. Can coincide with accidents to head, brain, or eye. Increases heat throughout the system, nerves, and spinal cord. Feeling of self-importance importance and bloat in susceptible persons and temporizes. Meningitis is rare. So I bring that up because you really want to pay attention to this day, because it's on the 22nd degree. Everything that I just mentioned can happen on an extreme scale. So this day is the 13th and it's on Friday the 13th. So you really got to make sure that you're like really on your shit on this day. Like, if you want to cleanse during this day, well, a couple of days leading up to this day, I would, you know, if you have any heart issues or low blood pressure, high blood pressure, diabetes, any type of ailment, I would definitely watch what I'm eating. And this is not, you know, no medical advice, but what I would do is that I will watch what I'm eating at least 3 days prior. So like on the 10th or the 9th, I will make sure that throughout that time, all the way until the 15th, I would eat raw fruits and vegetables, water, and whole grain nuts and seeds, and that's it. That's what I would do. I would do that cleanse, because you do not want to have this happen and you're just eating whatever the fuck you want to eat, and you're just doing whatever the fuck you want to do. You really want to be mindful, especially for those who already have these ailments, the heart attacks, the heart issues, the blood pressure issues, the hypertension issues, the you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've already had a stroke or a heat stroke before, you really want to be mindful on this day. Now, I'm really emphasizing this because it's even more important, because Jupiter is now in Aries. Everything is going to be even more in excess. And not only is it going to be because Jupiter is in Aries, Saturn is also square these planets. Saturn is also square these planets. So you really want to be mindful of what the fuck you're doing on this day, and a couple of days before and a couple of days after. You really need to be mindful, especially for those who actually have these ailments. Moving on to next. You know what? I'm going to talk about this. The moon is actually opposite of Chiron. On this day, you may actually feel the things in childhood that brought you pleasure, and this is even more important. The things in childhood that brought you pleasure, they are more than likely going to come back up on this day, and you may want to indulge on those things. And if those things are food or anything that can affect your health, I would stay away, because remember, the sun and the North Node are conjunct in square and square the motherfucking Saturn, and Jupiter just entered Aries. So be careful. What other day did I want to? On the 15th, I kind of touched on this already. That those things that as you can see, Venus and Chiron are conjunct. This is not really a serious aspect, but you know, those things that brought you pleasure in childhood are probably going to come back up. So you want to watch for that. Where's that aspect that I wanted to talk about? There's another aspect I wanted to talk about. Oh, here. Mars and Neptune, and this is happening on the 17th. Mars and Neptune are conjunct in Pisces. So whenever Mars is conjunct a planet, it brings focused heat and dryness. Whoops, YouTube notification. It brings focused heat and dryness. And with that being said, Pisces rules the feet and the lymphatic system. And Neptune is the planetary ruler of Pisces, so it's in its sign, right? And so you really want to be mindful of an excessive release of toxins, especially if you're a Scorpio. Some people may actually feel like they are. Some people may feel like they are just smell bad on this day, or you have to release something, but it may feel like it's not coming out. Some things that you can do. One is workout. Working out stimulates your lymphatic system and gets it moving, right? That's one thing you can do. If you don't want to like do a heavy workout, just go on a 30-minute walk, a brisk walk, not no slow ass walk. You need to walk briskly, or you can do like a minute, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, or even 10 minutes of jump rope. You know, if you don't have an actual jump rope, I don't have a jump rope, but I just jump up and down for like 10-15 minutes. I just jump up and down, right? I know I'll be looking crazy sometimes, but fuck it, I just jump up and down. And you want to watch out for your feet on this day. Pisces rules the feet, and with it ruling the feet and Mars there, remember it's hot and dry, so you may feel, especially for people who are Pisces or have Pisces placements in this area, you may feel pain in your feet around this time. Getting a foot massage or getting a pedicure or getting soaking your feet in water will help tremendously on this day. And some herbs to help stimulate the lymphatic system. I'm going off the top of my head. Herbs that help stimulate the lymphatic system. Shoot, what herbs help stimulate the lymphatic system? It's escaping me right now. I know these answers because I study this shit, but for some reason it's escaping me right now. But you can really Google this information. It's not like secret information. It's all online. It's not like, you know what I'm saying. One thing that I would highly suggest on this day is going to the gym or going somewhere and going to a steam room, not a sauna. A steam room where it's moisture and it's hot. That will definitely help you sweat. It will help stimulate your lymphatic system heavy. If you don't want to work out, or if it's harder for you to work out because, you know, time, or maybe because you have a certain ailment that makes it difficult to work out, a steam room will help tremendously on this day. And this is on the 17th. Next slide. That's another aspect I want to talk about. There is a Kazemi happening on the 21st of this month. A Kazemi is when the planets are within 17 minutes of each other. And as you can see, the sun and... A Kazemi is when, not all the planets, when a planet is within 17 minutes of the sun. This is a Kazemi. And with Mercury being in retrograde at this time and the sun entering Aries, Gemini at this time, this is a lot of nervous energy on this day. And this is on the 21st. This is a lot of nervous energy. Like, if you get seizures often, or if you get like muscle spasms, or like if you get anxiety, or if you have like, you know, if you get shocked often, like you could touch anything and it just shocks you. You really want to be mindful on this day, because anything regarding the mind, anything regarding electricity, anything regarding the nervous system is going to be extra sensitive on this day, especially because Saturn is still squaring the sun, and now it's squaring Mercury at the same time. So you really want to be mindful on this day. You really want to be mindful of this day for any of those people. For me, sometimes I stutter, a lot of times I stutter, especially when I'm talking about, you know, things I'm passionate about. Like right now, I'm stuttering a lot. And on this day, I'm going to have to be mindful about my stuttering, because a stuttering is a brain thing, right? A speech impediment is something with the brain, and the brain is all electricity, right? So I'm gonna have to be mindful on this day. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Mars entering Aries on the 25th. Mars enters Aries on the 25th. On this day, we're gonna feel some heavy, aggressive energy. We're gonna feel some heavy, aggressive energy from the powers that be, from people around us, from ourselves. You know, we're gonna want to go out and do things in the world. The one thing that I want to make sure that we understand about this is that we really need to make sure to, one, watch what we say to people, especially for people who have a Mars in Aries. You really want to be mindful of what you say to people. That's one. Two, you want to be mindful of head injuries, brain injuries, face injuries, anything regarding the head area, especially the upper head, the upper teeth, you know what I'm saying, things like that. Because remember, Mars is the soldier, and when a planet is in its sign that it rules, it's more at home, it's more doing what it wants to do, right? And so you really got to be mindful. And this is another day to be mindful of anybody who has like high blood pressure, or who is prone to accidents, like you bruise easily, or like, you know, if somebody smacks you, it hurts, but it hurts like excessively, type of thing. You know, you really want to be mindful on this day. What else? Was that everything that I wanted to talk about? I believe that was everything. Oh, on this day, on the 29th, Jupiter and Mars are conjunct in Aries. Now, the exact same energy that I was talking about just a second ago with, you know, the bruising easily and the you know, if you get slapped and it really hurts, this is another day to watch out for that. But remember, Jupiter is a planet of growth and expansion, but it's also fat and excess and tumors. So that energy is going to be projected even more on this day. So if you bruise easily, if you have a tumor, if you have cysts, this day is going to actually exacerbate that energy. And also Venus goes into Taurus on this day. So for my Taurians, you're going to like this day. But at the same time, I'm looking at it, and Venus is actually square Pluto. So this may be like a bittersweet day. In terms of health, watch out for things that brings you pleasure, because those things can actually be the death of you. And I mean that quite literally. So you really want to watch out for that. With Venus square Pluto in Capricorn, which rules the knees, and you really want to watch out for your you want to watch out for your thyroid gland in general, Taurians. And I know, because I'm a Taurus rising, but on this day, really be mindful. Is it happening? Is it continuously? Yep, it is going on for a minute actually. So probably from the 29th to probably about the 2nd of June, the 3rd of June. Make sure you're really getting your iodine, and I really say iodine because iodine is really that important for a multitude of reasons. And people in general, especially in the Western states, don't get their iodine in their bodies. We literally need iodine. Like, we literally need iodine, but our body does not naturally produce iodine, so we have to get it from outside sources. The only way that you're going to get it in a really good form is from sea vegetables: kelp, bladderwrack, dulce. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself these sea vegetables. You follow me? If you want some real sea vegetables, you can always DM me. You can always hit me up, and I can supply you with the real sea vegetables. and not no, you know, fake iodine bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. With that being said, those are all of the transits that I wanted to talk about for this month. It does seem like the moon and the sun actually on the 30th are conjunct. I didn't see this. They're conjunct in Gemini. Your emotions are really going to have an effect on your mind on this day. So watch out for things that you say. Watch out for negative thought patterns, which can affect your nervous system. You know, cymatic frequencies. I just put a video out on this today, actually, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And, you know, be mindful on this day of your thoughts, what you say. But really, it's more about your thought patterns on this day. Your thought patterns are really going to affect your nervous system, your lungs, you know, and your arms and your hands as well on this day. And that being said, that is what I really had to say. For those people who have planets, for those people who have planets around 3 degrees in Aries, you want to be mindful. Or if you have Aries rising, you want to be mindful on the 29th. For those people who have excuse me, for those people who have planets around 0 to 3 degrees Gemini, you want to be mindful on the 21st. Be mindful about that. For those people who have planets around 24 degrees Pisces, 22 to like 26 degrees, or no, 21 to like 27 degrees Pisces, you want to be mindful of that on the 17th. Be mindful of those aspects. And for those who have planets or rising sign around 19 degrees Taurus and 25 degrees Taurus, you really want to be mindful on the 13th of May, because that's a lot of fucking energy hitting you on that day. So whatever plans you have, if you have like a Saturn there, you really need to, if you have a Saturn or a Mars around these degrees, take it easy on this day, especially if you're older than like 40, 50. If you're older than 50, especially if you're older than 60, you really need to take it easy on these days, because remember, 22 degrees is the death degree. So please be mindful of this. Please be mindful. And I'm not saying that anything is going to happen, but if the environment is there, things can happen, is what I'm saying. And that is, and also for people who have planets around 11 degrees to 17 degrees of Taurus on the 4th and 5th, so yesterday and today, be mindful of that. And that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the knowledge for the month of May. And that's it. If you're looking for an individual reading, please contact me via DM or go to my Calendly link in my Instagram, and you can schedule an appointment with me to get a reading. If you're looking for some herbs to help you throughout this month, because you see what the hell's about to happen during this month, hit me up. I can give you a herbal blend to help you. I can also give you a plan to help you with your nutrition around this time. If you're looking for a tarot card reading or oracle card reading, please hit me up. We can do that. We can do that as well. Tell me in the comments below what you thought about this video, if you liked the video, because this is the first time of me doing this for a whole month. So let me know how you guys feel. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Because you guys' opinions and thoughts and factual statements are more important to me than my own, because I do this for you guys. I don't do this for me. I do this for you guys. I know this stuff already. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for you guys. You know what I'm saying? For people who may not know, or people who do know, but don't have the time to look at the stuff, right? I'm doing this for you guys. So please let me know what you guys think. That being said, I love you guys and I appreciate all the love and support. I've been getting a lot more support recently, like a shit ton more support. Like I've actually gained like 25 followers recently, and that doesn't sound like a lot, but the reason why that's incredible is because whenever I used to gain followers, I would gain followers, but then I would lose them like immediately. But that would happen for like several years. Like I would gain followers, but then I'll lose them immediately. I'll gain them, I'll lose them, I gain them, I'll lose them. I'll be like, what the fuck? Why is this happening? Am I being shadow banned? I'm confused. And then now I'm gaining the followers, but they're staying. I'm gaining the followers, but they're staying. So it's like, okay, I'm doing something right now. So I really appreciate all the love and support. Remember, I do this for you guys. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please hit me up. Comment below. That being said, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. That being said,